So welcome back for a little mad chat. I know you must be wondering, so how did the madness unfold? Did it end or did it mend? The proof's in the pudding.
It mended.
Absolutely, absolutely. Genia, would you share with everyone what was that mending process for you?
You know, growing up, you always taught me about love and forgiveness.
Right.
And I didn't really know how to apply that to my life until the situation came where I had an opportunity to practice love and forgiveness with you. You know, they say when the pupil is ready, the teacher will appear. So all those principles that you taught me came up for me. And I remember when I stepped outside and I looked up and I said, God, please help me learn to love my mom for exactly where she is and who she is. So there would not be a need for forgiving because I learned to love and accept you for you. And through that, it opened up an opportunity for me to engage in a relationship with you because I learned to love me and I learned to let go and to love you. And what about for you?
Well, it's that same process of understanding that in our life we swing between the pendulum of love and forgiveness.
Right.
And, you know, my favorite question,
What's the thing for?
exactly. And so in the midst of the breakdown, that was my question, you know, what is this for? You know, what's the lesson here? You know, because if we can get to the lesson, then we'll unveil the blessing.
Right.
And, you know, as I've often shared with you, for me it was my Solomon moment in the midst of the breakdown of really doing what was best, not doing what I, quote, thought I wanted, you know, because I never wanted to be without my children. However, in the midst of the breakdown of the relationship, what's the best thing? And so in that Solomon moment, it was not about going into battle, not about splitting my children in two, but it was my willingness to release and trust in the renewal. You know, as I often like to say, it was holding on to the vision and not being stuck in the picture.
Right.
You know, because even though the picture looked really crazy, I held on to that vision of what I always wanted was a fabulous relationship, you know, with both of my children. But that sister-girl relationship with my daughter as she grew and became a woman and what that looked like. And I just held on to that vision, not so much what that picture looked like, not defining it, but being available to it, because being available to it, you know, is what we talk about, the willingness. Because the only way relationships repair, mend, grow is about being open and being willing.
Right.
You know, you got to be willing to do the work. And the work is not about working on you or working on somebody else or working on me.
Right.
You know? And that work, that self-work, that self-discovery unfolded for me in the moment when I'm riding on Silver Comet with you. Enjoying the day. And looking up to heaven and looking within and saying, oh my God, this was the vision, this right here, this moment. And I remember just laughing out loud and saying, oh my God, thank you for this mad miracle.
Yeah.
Right? And it was just, it just evolved. There wasn't a force, it was really all about the flow. And in that moment, in recognizing like, this is a mad miracle. We've come through this madness. And madness really being a whole definition of our perception. I wrote down in my journal what the experience was. And when I wrote down mad miracles and I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's us. We're a mad miracle. I'm a mother.
I'm a daughter.
We're a mad miracle. And it was just through the work that we were doing individually. You know, I'm doing seminars and workshops in personal development and working with women and helping them transform.
And I'm working with teams. I was volunteering in a summer program and I knew that I wanted to expand the work that I was doing. I knew that being a teen, sometimes it's hard when your parent's not doing what you want them to do. And we look and we say, you change, you know, if my parent only did this. But no, it's us. It's us looking inside of ourselves to say, if only how I look at me and how I work on me. It doesn't matter what my parents doing because we can't change our parents. We really can't. And that's where that moment for me when I said, let me love my mom for exactly where she is. It wasn't about me changing you. It was about my perception and how I viewed our relationship.
Right, exactly. And you know what came out of this, and So we don't want this to come across airy fairy and fluffy, like, you know, everything was just hunky dory,
Right.
and it just morphed into itself. It was a work, it was a process,
It did.
and it took strategies, it took tools, and like you said earlier, we had a chance to practice some lessons.
Right.
So, you know, we understand, parents, you've got challenges with your teens. You've got challenges
with your parents.
Exactly. And so what we want to do is we want to share the gift that was gifted us in this process. You know, I've often said and heard it said, you know, that our promises and our possibility and our purpose is born out of our pain. It's born out of our problems, right? But it's our ability to remove the blocks, to see that purpose and see the possibilities, and that comes through applying some tools and the strategies, because we also understand, you know, we have a philosophy, which is what?
Our feelings matter.
Our thinking makes the difference, right? So it's not to negate how we feel. It's not to push aside and say, you know, well, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling upset. We want to embrace and identify those feelings, but we know transformation comes through our thinkingness.
Right.
And that's really what we want to share with you, are the tools to being miracle-minded. So we want you to stay tuned for MaD Chat and join us some more.
September 27th, and learn how we imagined a girl who created all the possibilities in our own lives.
That's right. It's all about a metamorphosis. So join us in this journey. Join us on MaD Chat every Tuesday and Thursday. And then we also want you to come back and join us October 1st, right?
My birthday.
Her birthday, right? Perfect day to launch, because we're going to birth some miracles, and we want you to join us in birthing miracles through our teleseminar. So we'll see you on the 27th, that's Thursday, for a little more MaD Chat.
And if you want to find out more information, just check out madmiracles.com.
Absolutely. Check out the website, and we want your response. We want to know about how you manifest your miracles. We want to know about your breakdowns, because we are all here on this journey together. Because you know what? We may have come in on a different boat, but baby, we are all in the same ship. And that's what?
MaD Miracle.
It's a relationship. But we want it to be a MaD Miracle relationship. So we will see you on the voyage.